Hello, my name is Jean Nager and I'm with the Twin City Area Optimist Club, here to present today's Leader Art Challenge, sponsored by Leader Publication and the Twin City Area Optimist Club. And today we're going to be drawing or painting on mugs. So all you need for this project are white mugs, just a plain white mug, and permanent markers, not the dry erase markers. Make sure they're permanent markers. And that's the only two things you're really going to need for this project. The first one, just to give you some samples, I just painted on, and these will get baked later, and I'll give you instructions on that. But the colors were fairly true. It may have faded slightly, but for the most part, most of the colors came out the true color. So again, I just drew on this freehand on the mug. Again, make sure, like I said, you want to have cheap mugs. Don't have anything too expensive, because the more expensive the mug, the thicker the glaze, and the less likely that the marker will stay on the glaze. The next one I used masking tape, and I just put the tape in between and in stripes, and then I went in between on the white space and just took different color markers and made some slashes. So I had various colors, and that was just partly just something to do, and also it was kind of to test to see if the colors stayed true when it baked, and they did pretty well, I think. One is just simple, I just put my husband's name, put Chuck on there, real simple. He liked this one because he likes a certain feel to his mug, and it has to be just the right kind of handle. So he liked this one, so that was going to be his for a while. Then I did one, just testing out. I had some stickers, just kind of felt stickers, and I put them on and traced around them to get the outline of soup, and then I took them off, and then I filled in with the marker. And the red really did stay true to color. It didn't change when it baked. And then I took the back side, and I used a stencil. It was a cheap stencil that I got at the Dollar Tree that was self-adhesive. Just stuck it on there, and then I just took the marker and colored inside the inside of the stencil. So that was just a soup mug. I tried various things with that one. And then the other one, this is my favorite one. This is one I did with a monogram. And I just went on my computer, and I found a font that I liked, and I enlarged it pretty much. That's the initial for my last name. And that's about 350 on, I think, Times Roman. But again, just find the right size that might fit your mug. I took it and cut it out, and then I just took the glue stick on the back side to make it sticky, so I could stick it on the mug to give me my pattern. And then I just took the Sharpies, and I used 3 different colors. It's a little hard to see here because 2 of the colors were pretty close. It was like a turquoise and kind of a greenish, and they kind of blended together, and then there was a blue. So I put the darker closer to the stencil, because that will help define your letter when you take it off, and I do suggest that you go dark and then fade out to the lighter colors. Again, that was kind of my favorite one, but you can do all kinds of things. Just, again, you are the artist, you determine what you want to put on here, and you just go for it. The other thing I will tell you, as I was kind of researching this, they talked about baking it, and everybody had different temperatures, different times, but I settled on baking them in the oven, 350 degrees for an hour. What I did is I put them all in together on a cookie sheet. I put them in a cold oven, then I turned the oven to 350 degrees, and once it got to 350, I timed my 1 hour. And once the hour was up, I turned the timer off, and the oven off, and just left them stay in there until they were cool. So like I took them out the next day. I also read that I washed these several times gently by hand. They can't go in the dishwasher as is. And they did fairly well. I mean, nothing came off, and I'm okay, but I wasn't too rough with them. But I did read that if you use an oil-based Sharpie, it will be more permanent. And I did not have those. I didn't want to go through the expense of getting those, so I tried it with this. But I also read that there's various kinds of Mod Podge. But if you find a Mod Podge that's dishwasher safe, you could still use these markers and put Mod Podge over them, and then it would be permanent and it would last, much longer. So again, this may wear off, but it's still a fun project and it will last a while. And if it comes off, then you can do it again. So again, have a good time, enjoy. Remember to send in your videos and your photographs, because again, we always like to see your art, and that puts you in the drawing for a gift card for a local business. Again, this is probably the last time you'll see me on here. I hope you've enjoyed all the art and science challenges for this summer, and again, hopefully we'll see you again in the near future. Take care.